should I go with the G-Wagon? I go for the G-Wagon, or I start with a small Range Rover. All right, welcome. Let me share the Bangwa. How many people are ready to see my trading results of the Bangwa strategy? How many people are ready to see my trading results? Not for somebody. Not for people told me. Let me find if our trainer is already in the house. My brother, my friend, Leader Sembatia, are you on the call? He's going to take us through major steps, how to set up your a few ideas, how you set up your account of Binance, how do you get your trades ready, how do you use your signals, and also today we are getting Coach Musa will also be providing signals very soon. So signals are going to be flowing like running water. I know also Leader Sembatia is also going to talk about risk management. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to share my screen. You know, I have been bangward. I have been bangward. I have been bangward by the Bangwa. I have been bangward by the Bangwa. Let me go to my screen. I have been bangward by the Bangwa this morning. How many people are ready for the Bangwa strategy? How many people are ready for the Bangwa strategy? Nakuku babadio, nakuku babadio, nakuku babadio, nakuku babadio. How many people are ready for the Bangwa? Nakuku banga dio, nakuku panga dio, nakuku banga dio, nakuku banga dio, nakuku banga dio, nakuku. Ladies and gentlemen, if you fear money, don't try the banga strategy. Because if you fear money, the Bangwa strategy will bwanga you. The banga strategy will bwanga you, may I tell you. Hey, nakuku bwanga dio, nakuku bwanga. Share the link. Nakuku bwanga dio, nakuku bwanga dio, nakuku bwanga dio. Bwangwa. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm not the trainer of the day, but I'm one of the people being bwanged by the Bwangwa strategy. With pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. With pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. With pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. If you fear money, go away from the Bwangwa strategy. But if you like money, the Bwangwa strategy is how many people are using this strategy and you are smiling? How many people are using this strategy and you are smiling? Type for me yes in the chat. Type for me yes in the chat. If you are using this strategy and you are smiling, type for me yes in the chat. I want to see some good yeses in the chat. If you are using the Bwangwa strategy and it's doing wonders in your life, that is making miracles happen every single day, type for me yes in the chat. So that those who have not yet started, they see how Bwanga. Nakuku bwanga dio. You see yeses flowing. Nakuku, I'm even bwangad. Yay! Nakuku bwanga dio. Ay. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me invite our guest trainer for today, a man from the schools of the hard knocks of the notables of this world, a V5 by ranker, a leader, ladies and gentlemen, a gentleman that says everybody must make money, a gentleman that says you're going to master how to use signals and get bwanged no matter your capital. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me welcome none other than leader Kuri Sembatia to bwanga you.
I was in the tunnel, I couldn't see the light. But when Bangwa came, I saw the light. Hey, I was in the tunnel and I couldn't see the light. But when Bangwa came, I saw the light. Hey, come again, come again, come again. I was in the tunnel, I couldn't see the light. But when Bangwa came, I saw the light. Hey, a lot of people had lost hope. More had given up. Others have quitted the business. Why? Why? So, are you tired of the floating loss? Do you want to make money full time using Royal Q? The Bangwa strategy is here for you. Hey, I was in the tunnel, I couldn't see the light. When Bangwa came, I saw the light. You know, a lot of people had given up on their dreams. They had given up on their goals. To tell you this, my dream was to buy a Harrier new model. By now I have changed. I need a Brabus. Hey, I'm buying for myself a Brabus. Now I am increasing the dream. My dream was to buy a Harrier new model. Satoshi, like that one of Julius. By now I have changed. I need a Brabus. This money is flowing like nothing. Bitcoin yesterday liquidated it down. As people who are trading spot were crying, they couldn't make profit. For us, we are celebrating. Let it go down. Let it go down. Let it go down. Let it go down. So as I was on one of my platform, someone asked me, what happened to Bull Run? Then I said, in my mind, I questioned myself a question. This person wants Bull Run or wants the money? I was asking myself that question in my mind. Does he want the Bull Run or he wants the money? Already we are in the Bull Run. In fact, it is called a bear run. Hey, we are in the bear run. So as the bear run goes, we are making money. We are making money. We are making money. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning, good afternoon, crypto ambassadors, wherever you are. My name is Senator Chris, and today is a Monday. I am the one taking you through our training today. Today, share the link. Share the link. The Bangwa strategy. So today, I'm going to talk about risk management and some of the calculations that people don't understand very well. How you can set the signal, the futures trading signal within your Royal Q application. Then how you can transfer money from your spot account to the futures account. So I'm going to talk about that today. Share the link. I am expecting a lot of people in this training today. Because if you miss, I am someone who makes everything easy for each and everyone. Whenever I come in class, I want to teach even those ones who never went to school. Who never went to school. So I want to teach them to understand what we are doing currently. Allow me to share my screen without wasting time. Allow me to share my screen. Then we continue without wasting any time. Hey, the Bangwa strategy. We are going to die of money. Prepare your graves for money. Some had given up. Others were quitting. Some were complaining. Hey, floating loss is too much. Is it too much? It's killing us. Hey. The Bangwa strategy is what we are going to talk about today. Hey. You don't want to go back to Koboko? I don't want to go back to Koboko. Why should I? Why should I? With this Bangwa? You want me to go back there? No. To do what? I'm going to Zanzibar. I'm going to Zanzibar for a vacation. You be there, Koboko. Right. So we are going to talk about how to set a signal. This is how signals look like. This is how signals look like. Yes. So this is how signals look like of futures. Those ones who are trading futures, this is how signals look like. Now, what should you put in your mind when you are going to set this signal? One, futures, and then they are telling you the direction of the market. It is short. You have to short the what? To short the market. You are entering at a current price. Then this is take a profit. Take a profit ratio is 1%. You are taking 1% from the market. But in the actual sense, this is not 1%. It is not 1%. It is not 1%. So it is 1 times the average that you have chosen, and you end up getting more than 1%. So then we are talking about average. Average, this is the number of times your money is going to be multiplied. Your first buying amount. That is average. So if you choose 2 as your average, and you have 1 as your take a profit, 1%, this is going to be 2 times 1. You end up getting 2% in the market. Then if you choose 10 times as your average, so it is going to be 1 times 10. Then you end up getting 10% as your take a profit. Then we have this. Sorry, let me get my pointer. I don't know why it is disappearing like that. Here we have this. This is take a profit ratio or take a profit callback. This is take a profit callback of 0.001. Then we have buy in callback is 0.01 also. Then we have drop percentage. Drop percentage. Drop percentage is 5. It is 5%. Meaning that if you are trading with 4 margin calls, and your drop percentage is 5%. So this the formula will be drop divided by number of margin calls. Drop divided by number of what? Number of margin calls. So if our margin calls are 4 and the drop is 5, this is 5 divided. It is 5 divided by 4. It is 5 divided by 4. So the figure you get, it is going to be your margin increase. This time we are not talking about margin call drop. We are talking about margin increase, because when it comes to shorting the market, we are entitled to make profit when the market is going down. We are entitled to make profit when the market is going down. So when it goes up, now that's when the robot will buy the margin call. That's when the robot will buy the margin call. We are not talking about margin call drop like in spot. In spot, for the robot to buy the margin calls, the market had to be going down. But in futures, more especially when you are shortening the market, for the robot to buy the margin calls, the market has to be going up. It has to be going up for it to buy the margin calls. So therefore, what is the simplest formula that you can use? The simplest formula that you can use to get the margin increase percentages. That is drop divided by the number of margin calls. It is drop divided by the number of margin calls. For those ones who are good in mathematics, if you are good in mathematics, someone can say, if I am trading with 4 margin calls, let me use 1%. at the first call, then I use 2.2 at the first at the second call, then I use 1.3 at the third call, then I use 1.5 on the fourth call. So if you add all of this, if you add all of that, you are going to get 5%, which is the call drop, here. So they are telling you to trade this in one shot. You are trading in one shot, and they are telling you that don't trade after 3 minutes. What have I discovered? This is what I've discovered. This is going to be very simple. If you are going to trade the futures, come here on your royal queue. Come on your royal queue. Come on the futures side. Futures side. I want to make everything simple for you. There are people who are saying that they take longer time to set the signal. Come on your futures side. Come on your futures side. Get all of these coins. Get all of these coins. You can list them down. All of them. You can list them down. You can list them down. All of them, which are under futures. You can list them down, all of them. When you come to your Binance, come and you click on futures. Come and you click on futures. Then you start looking for that coin. Search for those coins one by one. Change it from close to isolated. Change them from close to isolated. All of them that you are trading in your queue application under the futures. Get them, search for them, come and you click on futures here, then come here. Look for those coins provided. Let's say, for example, this coin. For example, this coin. XAI. I go in my royal queue, I go in my Binance, I search for it, XAI. Then I change it. I come and I click here. I change it from close. Then I put it under isolated. I click on isolated. It goes in isolated. Then I go back and I look for another coin. I go back and I look for another coin, which is let's say XVG. Then I come back to here and I click here. I click there again. Then I search for the coin. Make sure you are on all. You are on all here. You are under all. Then search for the coin. It is called XVG. Then click on it. Click on it anywhere that you want. Change the coin from close to isolated. Change it from close to isolated. Then you go back. You look for another coin. You look for another coin. Those ones who are saying that they take a lot of time. You look for another coin. The coin is called YGG. This one, for example, this one, YGG. You come to Binance. Then you click here on that white arrow pointing down. The white arrow pointing down. Make sure you are in all. Make sure you are in all. Then you search for the coin. You search for the coin. It is called YGG. Click on the coin. Click on the coin. Then change the coin from close. Click on that word close, and then you put it under isolated. So get some time and you do that. Get some time and you do that to all coins that are under futures. Meaning that if you put them all under isolated, you don't need to come to Binance to change the coin from close to isolated. These coins will be already in isolated mode. Are we together? If you have got to that point, type a 2 in the chat. Told you I want to make things easy for each and every one. You put those coins already in isolated. Search for them in your royal queue. Then go to Binance. Start looking for all of those coins. Put them under isolated mode. All of them. So meaning that there is no need for you to change the coin from close to isolated because you already did that. Are we together? Give me a 2. Give me a 2. Give me a 2. Give me a 2. But some coins don't go to isolated. Some coins don't go to isolated. Why? Because if you trade them already in your Royal Q application and then you try to go to Binance and change them to isolated, they will not change. So the first process in setting a signal, the first process in setting a futures signal, whenever you are given a signal in our WhatsApp groups, whenever you are given a signal, the first thing for you to do is to come in your Binance exchange. You change the coin, that coin from close to isolated before setting it in your Royal Q application. For example, this coin, if you are given this coin of Vicky, you are given that coin of Vicky. Before you set this coin in your Royal Q, the first process you do, it is to come in Binance. Click under futures, then come and you look for the coin here. You click there, you click here up, you click there up, make sure you are in all. Make sure you are in all. Here, search for the coin. The coin is called Vicky. Then click on the coin. We are in Binance. Click on the coin. So change the coin. Here you will find the coin will be in close. It will be in close here. You will find the word close here. Where I have pointed, you will see a word close. Click on that word close. Then change the coin from close to isolated. That means if you change the coin from close to isolated, only your first buying amount, it will be the money which is liquidated. If you leave the coin in close, even your remaining balance on your digital bank of Binance may be affected or may be liquidated also. But if you put it in isolated, it means that only the first buying amount, it will be the one which is liquidated in case you are liquidated. If you have got to the point, give me a 2. 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 Let me see those ones who are following seriously. Now, because the first process, when you are given a signal, the first process, it is to change this coin from close to isolated. Now, I have given you a very simple formula. Go to your Royal Q. Go to your Royal Q. Under the futures side. Under the futures what? Side. Look for all of the coins. You can even write them down in a book. Look for all of them. These are all of the coins that we are trading under futures. All of them. All of them. So those ones that have monitoring, don't add them. Those ones that have monitoring, these ones, like these ones here, don't mind about them. These are X. These are X. You get it? So look for these coins. For example, this coin Alice. Alice. Come to your Binance. Come to your Binance. Click on futures down here. After clicking on futures, then come and you click on this arrow which is pointing down, the white one. You click on it. Then make sure you are in all. Make sure you are in all here. Then you click on search. If you click on search, your phone will bring the keyboard. Look for the coin. The coin is called Alice. Binance will bring it. Binance will bring it. Then change the coin from close. Click on that word close. Then you change it to isolated. After you click on isolated, do it to all of the coins that are under futures in Royal Q. Do it to all coins that are under futures in your Royal Q. Meaning that you don't need, whenever you are given a signal, you just set it in your Royal Q, because all of the coins will be already in isolated mode. The coin that you have put in isolated does not change to cross. It remains isolated. So you better list all of the coins which are on the futures market in your Royal Q, list them down, then go to Binance, look for one by one, change it from close to isolated. Look for one by one, Change it from close to isolated. Change it from close to isolated. Change it from close to isolated to make the process easy for you when you are setting the signal. Are we together? Give me a 5 if you have got that. You know, I am looking for ways to make everything simple for our learners. People were saying that the signal takes 3 minutes to be set, but what you do are very many on the signal. I have to come to Binance, change the signal from close to isolated. Then I come back in Royal Queue and I set. Now the formula is very easy. Go to your Royal Queue, get all of the coins under futures, look for them one by one. Change them from close to isolated. Change them from close to isolated. Change them from close to isolated. One by one. They will remain in isolated, meaning that whenever you are given a signal, you don't need to run to your Binance. You don't need to run to your Binance to change the signal from close to isolated. It will be already in isolated. What you need to do is to come to your someone is saying, thank you, I've got trouble. Which trouble? Thank you, I've got trouble. I've got trouble. Thank you, I got some trouble here. Okay. Someone is saying, nice strategy. Okay, we go. We continue. Now, if you want to trade the futures, we have two different markets. We have two different what? Markets. We have what we call spot, and then we have the futures market. These are two different what? Two different markets. So if you want to trade the futures, it means that you need to have money. You need to have money on your futures account. On your futures what? On your futures account in Binance. Now, you come here on asset. You come on asset. So you come on futures. You click on futures here. You click on what? On futures there. When you click on futures, you come and you click on transfer, meaning that you want to transfer some money on your futures account. But here is what we call risk management. I want you to know, here is what we call risk management. I want us to learn what we call risk management, because in future trading, liquidation is real. A loss is real. A loss is real, which is different in sport. In sport, you can stay in the market for a longer period of time without making a loss. But in futures here, a loss is real. Therefore, we have to practice what we call risk management. We have to practice what we call risk management if we are to make money in the futures market. Now, here is the risk management thing. You are going to transfer 20% of your trading capital to your futures account. You will transfer 20% of your total capital to your futures account. You will transfer 20% of your total capital on Binance to your futures account. An example. If you are using $500, that is your total capital on your digital bank of Binance. What is the money you are going to transfer on your futures account? The money you are going to transfer, it is going to be 20% of the $500, which is 20 divided by 100 times $500. Times 500 what? Dollars. So this is 0.2 times 500 what? Dollars. And here we are getting $100. So meaning that it is $100 that you are going to transfer to your futures account. You will remain with $400 on your spot account. I repeat the statement. If you are going to trade the futures, it means you should have some money on your futures account. You will have some money on your futures account. Now, how much do we transfer to our futures account? We are transferring 20% of our total capital. to our futures account. Another example, if you are using $100, that is your total capital on Binance. That is your total capital on Binance. If you want to transfer money to your futures account, you are going to use 20% over $100, and this is 0.2 times 100. Here we shall transfer $20. We shall transfer $20 to our futures account. That means it is the $20 that we shall use in trading futures. We remain with $80 on our spot account. It is called risk management, capital management. You get it, capital management. For example, you come here, you are going to come here on futures, then you click on transfer, you click on transfer. After clicking on transfer, enter the amount. Enter the amount here and make sure here there is USDT. You are transferring from spot to futures. So you transfer your $100. You transfer it to your futures account. You transfer it to your futures what? Account, $100. You transfer it to your futures account. Now, even on your $100, even on your $100 that you have transferred to your futures account, you are not supposed to use it all. You are not supposed to use it all. You are going to use 20% of your $100 that you have transferred to your futures account as first buying amount. Meaning that here, if I have $100 on my futures account, I'm going to use 20% of $100 as my first buying amount. Meaning that it is going to be 20 divided by 100 times $100, which is my capital, and here I'm getting 0.2 times 100, and here I'm getting $20 as my first buying amount. Who has understood the calculation? Who has understood the capital management thing? Who has understood the capital management thing? I'm coming, Afonso. Afonso, don't rush. Don't rush. I'm coming slowly. Afonso, don't rush. Rushing to ask questions, it is going to disturb your mind. First understand step by step. First understand step by step on what you are doing. Because in future trading, a loss is real. A loss is real. There is no staying in the market for a longer time. Like in a sport where you can stay in floating loss for a longer period of time without a loss. But here, a loss is real. Your money is getting liquidated. So that means if we are trading, we are not putting all our money in the market. We want to put 20% of our money on the futures account as our first buying amount. Now, let me go back to the calculations very well. Let me first transfer this money back to the futures, back to the spot. I teach another thing. Okay. For example, another example. Another example. Your total capital on Binance is $200. You have $200 on Binance. You want to start trading futures. How much money are you going to transfer to your futures account? It is going to be 20% of $200. When they say 20%, it is 20 divided by 100 times your capital of 200. So here we shall get 20 divided by 100. It is 0.2 times $200, and this gives us 40. It gives us $40. So on our $200 that we have on Binance, we are going to transfer $40 to our futures account. $40 to our futures account. Meaning that I'm going to click here on futures, then I will click here on transfer, I'll click on transfer. If I click on transfer, make sure here you have USDT. Then I'm going to come here and I put my $40. I'm transferring 40. After doing the calculation, then I click on confirm transfer. I've put 400. Let me put it back. I want to give a clear example. For our people to understand. Okay, now I have $40. I have $40 on my futures account. They are under futures. On this $40, on the $40, I'm not going to use all of the $40 as my first buying amount. I will not use all of the $40 as my first buying amount. I'm going to use 20% of the $40 as my first buying amount, which is 20 divided by 100. It is 0.2 times 40. 0.2 times 40. Let me come to my calculator. 0.2 is 0.2 times 40, and it gives me $8. $8. So $8 is going to become my first buying amount. It will become my first buy in amount. In other words, this is the collateral security. It is the collateral security that I'm going to give Binance for it to give me extra money. For it to give me extra money. Future trading, it is a contract between you and the exchange that you are using for trading. Then here, if I'm given a signal, I have finished to calculate. I've finished to calculate my first buying amount. In this training, I've talked about capital management and then how to calculate your first buying amount. If I'm having, let's say I'm having $1,000 as my total capital on Binance. If I want to transfer money to my futures account, I will not transfer all my 1,000. I'm going to use 20% of my $1,000. My 1,000 what? My $1,000. So this is 0.2 times 1,000. It is 0.2 times my $1,000. And here I'm getting, here I'll be getting 200. I'm getting $200. 200 what? Dollars. Meaning that I will transfer $200 to my futures what? To my futures account. And the $800 will remain on spot. They will remain on what? On spot. If I'm going to trade, I'm not going to use $200 as my first buying amount. I will use 20% of 200 as my first buying amount. What is 20% of $200? It is $40. It is 40 what? $40, meaning that the $160 will remain on my futures account and untouched, and I use them for margin calls. If you have got to the point, give me a 3. Give me a 3. If you have got to the point, give me a 3. Give me a 3 if you have got that. How to calculate the first buying amount? How to calculate the first buying amount? Give me a 3. How to calculate the first buying amount? Give me a 3. Right. So someone is saying that my battery is getting off. Okay, let me charge. Thank you very much for reminding me. You know, when it comes to teaching and you have passion of teaching, you forget other things. Okay, so give me a 3 in the chat if you have understood that. Then we continue. Give me a 3 if you have understood that. How to capital management, how much money are you supposed to transfer to your futures account, and then how can you calculate the first buy, your first buying amount? All right. I'm seeing a 3. Okay. Slowly we go. Our signal is this. This is the coin. It is called Vicky. How do you set this in your ROQ application? How do you set it? Open your royal queue. Open your royal queue. Come and you click on futures. Make sure you are under futures. Then come and you click on this search bar. Click on that search bar. When you click on that search bar, come and you click on all. Click on all. After that, you click on search. Click on that word search. You look for the coin called Vicky. It is called Vicky USDT. Click on it anywhere that you feel. Click on I understand. Click on I understand. Then come and you click on create. Come and you click on create. When you click on create, we have these two sides. We have long and we have short. You get it? Our signal is telling us that we should trade in short. It should be short. Now, here is the simple thing for you to understand. When this white thing here, it is in short, that means you are in long. That means you are in long. Then come and you click on short. When this white thing comes to long, it means you are in short. It means you are in short. It is the opposite. When this white thing comes here, that white thing you are seeing, that white color that you are seeing, when it comes to short, it means you are in long. When you click on short and this white thing comes to long, it is confusing some people here. It is when this white thing comes to long, it means you are in short. When you click on long and the white thing here comes in short, the white thing comes here in short, it means you are in long. Have we got the point? Some people were confused of the movement of that thing. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Have you got the point? Have you got the point? If you have understood how that thing changes, have you got the point? Give me a yes. Give me a yes. Give me a yes. It doesn't depend on the color that you have chosen, my brother. It doesn't depend on the color. You are going to see that you get it. You will see that. You will see that. What you need to understand, the signal, they are telling you that you are in short. Trade the signal in short. In short. But what I need you to know, you should not cram. You are here to understand. Don't cram. Not all signals that are going to be in short. You are going to find a signal whereby the signal is telling you to be in long, to trade in long. You get it? So be very careful. For example, this signal here, this signal is telling you to be in long. There are some people who have got it as a cram work. You can be given a signal and the signal they tell you trade in long. Or they can tell you trade in short. Are you getting the point? So you should understand before you setting the coin, look at the signal very careful. What is it telling me? Is it telling me to trade in long or it is telling me to trade in short? If the signal is telling you to trade in short, for example, like this one, we have understood what to do. If the white thing, let me get my pointer. And I continue. If this white thing here, that color, it's not white, but me, I'm seeing somehow white. If that white thing is in short, it means you are in long. It means you are in long. When you click on short, this white thing is going to come in under long. Then it means you are in short. It means you are in short. It means you are in short. Now, having chosen that you are in short, then come to trade setting. Come to trade setting. Then come here under manual create. Manual create. When you come under manual create, the first thing you are going to do, it is to choose the average. Choose the what? Choose the average that you are going to be trading with. An example, you are given here in the signal. Average is 2 times up to 10 what? Up to 10 times. It means that any number between 2 to 10 is okay. Someone can say, I'm choosing three times as my average. I'm choosing 5 times as my average. I'm choosing 8 times as my average. As long as it is in between 2 to 10. As long as it is in between 2 to 10. And someone can say, I'm choosing 10 times. For example, me, I'm going to choose 10 times here. I will choose 10 times. My money to be multiplied by 10. My money to be multiplied by 10. Now, here is the point. Here is the point. Here is the point. I want us to understand. You have already calculated your first buy-in amount. You have already calculated your first buy-in amount. For example, here on my futures account, I have $40. I have 40 what? $40. What is going to be my first buy-in amount? My first buy-in amount is going to be 20% of $40, which is 20 divided by 100. This is 0.2 times $40. And here I'm getting $80 as my first buy-in amount. If I have $80 as my first buy-in amount, and my average is 10. My average is what? Is 10. This is going to be 8 times 10, and it gives me $80. $80, it is what is going to become my position amount, and the position amount is your first buy-in amount. The position amount is the money that the robot will take to the market. $80, the robot is going to take $80 in the market. But on $80, I'm going to be having only $80 as my first buy-in amount. The remaining money is going to be given to me by Binance. The remaining money will be given to me by Binance, meaning that 80 minus 8 and the $72 will be given to me by Binance. Are we together? So meaning that I have given out $80 to get a average of $72. $80 is my collateral security for Binance to give me $72 to use these dollars for trading. Give me a yes if you have understood it. Give me a yes if you have got to the point. Give me a yes if you have got to the point. Give me a yes if you have got to the point. Hey, the Bangwa. The Bangwa. We are here to make money. The Bangwa strategy. Give me a yes. I want us to understand. I want us to understand these things. Someone is saying, my question is coming from margin calls. My friend, I have not yet reached to that point of talking about margin calls. Do you mean that what I have talked about, you have understood it already? What I have talked about, you have understood it already? So, meaning that here, this is what we call position amount. Here, there should be only $80. You get it? So you have to adjust the number of coins of Vicky for you to get $80. But the formula is very easy. I have discovered the way of doing it, which was disturbing a lot of people. If my first buy-in amount is 8 is my first buy-in amount, and I have a average of 10. I have an average of 10, which means it is going to be 8 times 10. 10 is the average, and 8 is my first buy-in amount. Therefore, I'm getting 80. I'm getting $80. I'm getting $80. I'm getting $80. Put them aside. I'm getting $80. Put them aside. Now, here they are telling you 35 coins of Vicky 35 coins of Vicky cost $5. How much does $1? How much does $1 buy? How much does $1 buy? Or how many coins of Vicky does $1 buy? You are going to get 35. Divide by 5. 35 divided by what? By 5. It is 35 divided by 5. And here it means that $1 costs 7 coins of Vicky. Costs 7 coins of Vicky. What about $80? If $1 costs 7 coins of Vicky, what about $80? $80 here. What about $80? It is going to be 80 times 7. Who has got the calculation? Give me a yes if you have got the calculation before I move. Give me a yes if you have got the calculation. This is what was disturbing people. Adjusting the number of quantity, the position quantity of these coins, adjusting them. You get it? Now, let me repeat for someone to understand. Let me go back here. I want us to understand, not to cram. My money, which is on my futures account, it is $40. $40, that is my capital on my futures account. I want to trade a coin. I'm not going to use all of my $40 to invest it in the coin. I'm going to use 20%. 20% of $40 to be my first buying amount. This is 20 divided by 100, which is 0.2 times 40. 0.2 times 40, I'm getting $80. $80 is my first buying amount. $80 is my first buy in amount. It is my first buy in amount. Therefore, when I am setting a coin here in my royal queue and I have chosen a average of 10, average means the times your money is going to be multiplied. The times your money is going to be multiplied. So if my first buying amount is 8, my first buying amount is 8, and I have an average of 10, it is going to be 80 times 10. Where is this 10 coming from? It is the average I have chosen. If you have chosen 5 as your average, it will be 8 times 5. If you have chosen 9 as your average, it is going to be 8 times 9. If you have chosen 6 as your average, it is going to be 8 times 6. In this case, I have chosen a average of 10, which is 8 times 10. 8 times 10, it is giving me $80. It gives me $80. Now, it means that here on my position amount, I have to be with $80. Here on my position amount here, I have to be with $80. You get it? Because the position amount is your first buying amount. It is the money that goes in the market. The position amount is your first buying amount. It is the money which goes in the market. So meaning that it is going to be 8 times 10, and I get $80. The robot will buy using $80. But on the $80, I will be only having $80 as my first buying amount, and the $72 will be given to me by Binance. I don't know. Give me a 5 if you have got to the point. I want to see those ones who have understood. Give me a 5 if you have got to the point. If you have understood up to there. Give me a 5 if you have got to the point. Give me a 5. Hey, future is very difficult too. Hey, you cannot understand. Hey, what? Give me a 5. Give me a 5. Give me a 5. Someone is saying me repeat, please, thanks. Woo, 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 woo. Give me a 5. Give me a 5. We go. If you don't make money in this period, me, I have told you that already. My dream was to buy a Harrier new model. I have now changed. I want to buy a Brabus. I don't know how much is it, but I'm still even searching for the price. I want to search the model, the color that I want. I make this money. Someone is saying, can you please repeat? Gilbert is saying time was 10. He's giving me 10. That means he has understood more. That means here, if I have $80, if I have $80, if I have $80, $80 as my position amount. Now, for me to get $80 here, I have to change the number or the position quantity. You are given a number of coins. Here, the first buy-in amount is given in the number of coins. The first buy-in amount here, this is all first buy-in amount, but it is given in the number of coins. It is given in the number of coins. So for me to get $80, it means I have to adjust or to change the position quantity of Vicky in that I get here 80, I get down here $80. But the formula is very easy. I've made it very easy. The formula is if 35 coins of Vicky cost $5, they cost $5. How much or how many coins does $1 buy? How many coins of Vicky does $1 buy? So it is going to be 35 divided by 5. Divided by what? By 5. 5 is which is here. It is the position amount, and then position quantity of Vicky, which is 35. So when you divide 35, 35 divided by 5, you are getting 7. That means $1 can buy 7 coins of Vicky. Can buy 7 coins. Can buy 7 coins of Vicky. What about the $80 that we have? Where does the $80 come from? It is 8, which is the first buying amount, times 10, which is our average, and we have $80. What about the $80? What about the $80? What about the $80? So it is going to be 80 times 7. 80 times what? Times 7. Then if it is 80 times 7, 80 times 7, here it gives us 560, which is the coins of Vicky. 560 coins of Vicky. Come here and you put 560. Are we together? Are we together? Have we not got 80? Have we not get 80? So meaning that if the robot is buying this coin, it is going to be to use $80. $80 as our first buying amount, and on $80, I'm going to be only having $80 as my first buying amount. The 72 will be given to me by Binance. Now, if I have $40 on my Binance, if I have $40 on my Binance as my capital, minus 8, which is my first buying amount, 40 minus 8, I'm remaining with 32. I'm remaining with $32 on my futures account. So if I want to continue with 80 as my first buying amount, I'm going to I will divide $32, divide it by 80. 8 is my first buying amount. 32 is the remaining money which is unused on my digital bank of Binance. If I divide 32 divided by 8, I'm getting 4. 4 becomes the number of margin calls. 4 becomes the number of margin calls. So here, I'm going to trade with 4 margin calls. Give me a 6 if you have got to the point. So, someone is saying, and 72 is a loan from Binance. Are we together? Are we together? Are we together? This mathematics is simple. Are we together? Are we together? We are going to die of money. We are going to die of money. Dear Lord, we are going to die of money. Futures. Are we together? No, someone is saying no, we are not together. But now this has become physics. Someone is saying that this is physics. Someone is saying this is physics. Someone is saying this is physics. Can you imagine? It's not physics. It's not physics. Simple calculation. I'm seeing Leader Dixon here on the call. He's saying that this mathematics is very simple. Yes, I was seated here at home for all of 2 days. I'm trying to figure out how can someone get the position amount in a very short period of time? How can someone get the position quantity in a very short period of time? That's what I was cooking. Then the Lord came to me. The Lord spoke to me. He came straight away and he spoke to me. My son, don't suffer. Here is the right calculation that you can use. Then he put this wisdom in my mind. He put the wisdom in my mind. Then after he put it, he has given me the wisdom. Then I came here. I came here to give you the strategy. To give you the strategy. Are we together? Someone is saying technology. Let me go back. Let me go back and help people to understand. Let me go back. I don't want gram work. I want us to understand. I repeat it from the start. I repeat it from here, from Binance. If my capital is $40 on my futures account in Binance, I'm going to use 20% of it as my first buying amount. That means it is going to be 20 divided by 100, which is 0.2 times $40 times $40. Are we together? And here I'm getting $80 as my first buying amount. $80. It is the collateral security that I'm going to use for Binance to give me a loan. For Binance to give me a loan. Are you getting the point? So, meaning that, let me get my pointer. Meaning that, if I have $40 and I remove $80 as my first buying amount, what is the remaining balance? What is the remaining balance? If I have $40 and I subtract $80 as my first buying amount, what is the remaining balance? What is the remaining balance that will remain on my Binance untouched? What is the remaining balance that will remain on my Binance untouched? It is going to be $32. It will be $32. It will be 32 what? It will be $32. That is the remaining balance on my Binance, which is untouched. Now, we come here. We come here on our royal queue. If my first buying amount is $8. My first buy in amount is what? Is $8, as we have calculated, depending on our capital that we have on our futures account. And I chose a average of 10. Remember, average, these are the number of times. The number of times are going to be multiplied with your first buy in amount. This number of times will be multiplied with your first buy in amount. If my first buy in amount is 8 and my average is 10, it is going to be 8 times 10. Wow! 8 times 10, I am getting 80. 80 becomes my position amount. What is the position amount? Position amount, it is the money which is here. Position amount is given in terms of coins. It is given in terms of what? In terms of coins. That means here we should be having 80. 80 should be our position amount. So it is the position amount that goes in the market as the first buying amount. It is the position amount that goes to the market as the first buying amount. So our position amount is 80. The position amount is what? Is 80. So meaning that I have given $80 minus 8, which is my first buying amount. The balance is going to be $72. Therefore, I have given out to $80 to Binance to give me a loan of $72. To give me a loan of what? Of $72. Now, if our position amount is 80, if our position amount is $80, how many coins should we have in $80? How many coins should we have here of Vicky? Remember, position amount is given in terms of coins. It is given in terms of coins of a certain coin that you are going to be trading. I have already $80. Where does $80 come from? It is average times the first buy in amount. It is average times the first buy in amount. It is average times the first buy in amount. So I have already $80. What about how much does how many coins of Vicky can $1 buy? How many coins of Vicky can $1 buy? How many coins of Vicky can $1 buy? This is 35, which is position quantity, divided by 5, which is the money given here. If I divide it, I'm getting 7, meaning that $1 can buy 7 coins of Vicky. Can buy 7 coins of Vicky. What about $80? It is 80. It is 80 times 7. And it gives us 560 coins of Vicky, meaning that here we are going to change from 35 and we put 560. We put 560. You see, 560 coins of Vicky cost $80. Cost 80 what? Cost $80. $80, which is our position amount that is going to go in the market as first buying amount. Have we understood that point? Have we understood from there? Have we understood from there? Someone is saying, now, I get you clear now. My confusion was clear. Hey! 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 Jesus, my Lord. My Lord, I wonder. Money is here. The paparazzi. Recommend me. Money is here. The paparazzi. Recommend me. Recommend me. Money is here. Paparazzi. Yes, money from Koboko. Money from Hombokoro. Latibu. Latibu. Latibu, I don't want to go back there. I suffered from there. So here now, our first buying amount here. Our first buying amount was $80. It was $80. Our first buy in amount. If our first buy-in amount is 8 and our balance, which is untouched on Binance, it is $32. For you to get the number of margin calls to trade with, it is going to be 32, which is the remaining balance on our digital bank of Binance, which is untouched. 32 divided by 8. 8 is the first buy. 8 is the first buy in amount. Here we are getting 4. We get 4 margin calls. That means you want to continue. You want the robot to continue when the market increases. I want the robot to continue putting in $80, to continue putting in $80 as first buy in amount, to continue putting in $80 as first buy in amount. Therefore, when it comes here, on this side here, when you come under margin configuration, you have chosen here 4. When you come under margin configuration here, you are going to put this side one time. You put one time, which means it is going to be 1 times 8, which 8 is your first buy in amount. So the robot, whenever the market is dropping, it is putting in $80. Who is getting the point? Ah, okay. I am giving another example. Abe 256. Me teacher. Someone is saying me teacher. Very clear now. Okay. I'm in class. Okay. If you feel that your mind cannot understand this, have a book to write. Have a book where to write. I am giving another example. Uh-huh. Let me give another example. Here, let me transfer $100. Let me transfer to $100 on my futures account. If I have $100, dollars on my futures account, I'm not going to put all my $100 as my first buying amount. I'm going to use 20% of $100 as my first buying amount. This is 20 divided by 100, which is 0.2 times $100. Here it gives me $20 as first buying amount. If I have $20 as my first buying amount, then here in my royal queue, I choose a average of 10. Of 10. It is going to be 20, which is my first buying amount, times a average of 10. And this gives me $200. That gives me $200. It means that $200 is what is going to become my position amount. Remember, I told you it is position amount that goes in the market as first buy-in amount. It is position amount that goes in the market as first buy-in amount. But this position amount, it is given in the number of coins. It is given in the number of coins. If I have $200, let me get my pointer. I want us to understand. No Quran work. Do what you understand. If I have $200, how does $200 come? It is average times my first buying amount. My first buying amount is $20, and I have a average of 10 times, which means that my $20 are going to be multiplied 10 times, and it gives me $200 as my position amount. So position amount is given in terms of coins. It is given in terms of what? In terms of coins, of a particular coin that you are going to trade. Now, how much coins, or how many coins does $1 buy? It is going to be $35. divided by 5. And this gives us 7. That means $1 can buy 7 coins. What about $200? What about $200? It is going to be 200 times 7. 200 times what? Times 7. If it is 200 times 7, 200 times 7, this gives us 1,000. It gives us 1,400 coins of Vicky. That means here we shall put 1,400 coins. We shall put 1,400 coins. Have you seen that 1,400 coins give us $200? Give us $200 what? Dollars. So the $200, it is what will go in the market as a first buying amount. But on this $200, we shall only have $20 as first buying amount. The remaining $180 are going to be borrowed to us by Binance. Have you understood that? So if our first buying amount is $20, that means on Binance, on our futures account, we have remained with only $80. 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 Someone can say, I want the robot to continue buying the coin using $80. That means it will be 80 divided by 20. Divided by what? By 20. When you divide 80 divided by 20, 80 divided by 20, you are getting 4 margin calls. You are getting 4 margin calls. Another person can say, I want the robot to put in $10. $10 after buying using $20 to go in the market as first buying amount. I want the robot, if it is buying the margin calls, I want it to put in $10 whenever it is buying. So it is going to be 80 divided by 10. 80 divided by 10, and it will give you 80 divided by 10. This will give you 80 margin calls. It will give you 8 margin calls. It will give you 8 margin calls. And how do you set this? How do you set this in your queue? It is going to be 8 margin calls here. You are going to put 8 margin calls there. 8 margin calls there. Then under margin configuration here, under margin configuration, this side here of multiple buying ratio, you are going to use 0.5%. 0.5, 0.5, going to be 0.5. It is going to be 0.5. It will be 0.5 up to the end. 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Then you use here 0.5, and you use here 0.5. Now, this is going to be whenever the market increases by 3.5, the robot is buying 0.5 times, which is 0.5 times 20. 20, which is the first buying amount, times 20, which is the first buying amount. So 0.5 times 20, 0.5 times 20, it gives you $10. That means whenever the market is dropping, the robot is putting in $10. That's when you say, I want to start with 20 as first buying amount, but when the robot is buying the margin calls, I want it to put in $10. If you want it to continue putting in 20, it is going to be 80 divided by 20, and you get 4 margin calls. So here you are going to put 4 margin calls. You put 4, and when it comes to margin configuration here, what can you put? You put a 1, a 1, a 1, a 1. That means when the market increases by 3.5, the robot is going to buy 1 time, which is 1, which is 1 times 20, and this is $20. The first buying amount. What should you give me? You give me a 7. If you have understood, you give me a 7. You give me how much? Okay, give me a 7 if you have understood. Give me a 7 if you have understood. Give me a 7 if you have understood. I don't want things to confuse people. Yeah. The signal is just 3 minutes. Now 3 minutes. How can we set that one in a very easy way? What? Hey, my brother. My brother. My brother. My brother. Give me a 7. Someone is saying more examples. More examples for what? You want me to die from here? You want me to die from here? Or I give you my wallet address, then you give me a soda. Hey. Woo! This is too much. Serious money. Serious money. Serious money. Serious money. So that is it. If you want to understand how these things work, someone is telling me I take water, but I have more example of those with $10. You're a good teacher. Someone is saying you are a good teacher. Now we go back to the signal. We go back to the what? To the signal. The signal here is saying drop. Drop is 5%. The drop is 5 what? It is 5%. Now, meaning that here, if you have 4 margin calls, the total here, it should be giving you 5 what? It should be giving you 5%. If you add up these percentages given here, you should be getting 5 what? 5%. Should be getting 5%, which is given in the signal. So one person can say, I am trading with 4 margin calls. Here you can use 1.2, 1.25. Then here you can use 1.25. That is 4 margin calls, 1.225. Again here, 1.25. 1.225. Now, if you use 1.25 here, 1.25, there was a question that someone asked, that are these call drops affected by the average? When I was making some research, I saw that these drops are not affected. They are not affected by the what? By the average. They are not affected by the average. So you add up here. If you add this, you end up getting 5 what? 5%, which is the drop. Another person can say, no, me, I want to set it in this way. I want to set it in this way. I put here 1%. Then I come here, I put 1.2. I come here down, I put 1.3. Then I come here and I put 1.5. Another one can say like that. For those ones who are good at mathematics, if you are good at what? At mathematics. Then come back to our signal. As we are setting our signal, come back here. They are telling you that use 0.01, then 0.01. 0.01, 0.001. Come here. This is what we call, here come and you put 1%, or you can put 1.001. Then you come here on take a profit callback, put 0.01, 0.01. Then when you come here, you can put also 0.01, 0.01, and then make sure the AI margin call is off. AI margin call is off as you are setting. Then I want to talk about these modes. I want to talk about the modes. When we were still trading futures, when we are still trading spot, there is something I have realized. I don't know if Leader Julius is in the call, but there is something that I saw, that whenever we are trading under sub-bin mode real-time settlement, why are we floating? You are floating simply because the average price, that is the price at which the robot bought the what? Bought the coin, is higher than the current price in the market. And whenever the robot was buying margin calls, it is bringing closer, this average price is coming closer to the current price to help you come from floating loss, come out from floating loss. But if we are trading under sub-bin mode real-time settlement, I saw that whenever the robot buys the first call, third call, fourth call, and fifth call, and the sixth, then it sells them. If it buys and sells these margin calls, the average price goes far away from the current price. The average price goes far away from the current price. Now, the best strategy, the best mode for someone to trade in, to me, I would suggest remain in warehouse mode. Remain in warehouse mode. Why? Because whenever the robot is buying in futures, whenever the robot buys in futures, the liquidation price changes. It changes, and it does not come back. It is the same thing with spot. It is the same thing with the spot. However, for those ones that want to make money, even when the market is dropping, those ones who are trading spot, you can go under sub-bin mode real-time settlement. But for those ones, if your main role is to come out from floating loss as quick as possible, warehouse. I have discovered this, that whenever you are trading with maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 margin calls, the first 4 margin calls are sold independent. They are sold all together. And these margin calls are sold independent. They are sold in what? They are sold independent. Whenever the robot buys them and it sells them, the average price goes far away from the current price. The average price goes far away from the what? From the current price, meaning that the number, the price now has changed. If the robot sells, the price now changes. The same thing that is going to happen to you when you are trading futures and you are trading under sub-bin mode real-time settlement. The same thing will happen to you. Let the robot buy and let the price remain constant. Let the price remain constant so that it doesn't change. Because if the robot buys and sells the margin call, that means the price, the liquidation price will still come back close to the current price. I don't know if you have realized that, but this is my own observation. You know, using the robot and observing, it is different. Using the robot and observing how the robot works, it is different. Using the robot and observing, if you have got the point, tell me that I have got the point. I have given you my reasoning why you should be in warehouse mode. Why you should be in warehouse mode. Because in sport, if you have been very good at trading sport, you know that when we are trading with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 margin calls, we have been trading under sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. The first 4 margin calls were sold all together, and these were sold independent. The last other margin calls were sold in the independent. But imagine when the robot buys the 50 call and it sells it, it means the average price goes far away from the current price. The average price continues to go far away from the what? From the current price. And why were we floating in spot? We are floating simply because the average price is higher than the current price. The role of the margin calls, the role of the margin call, the role of the margin call, it is to help the robot buy to bring closer the average price close to the current price, so that you can come out from floating loss. If you trade under sub-bin, mode real-time settlement, now what happens? When the robot sells these other margin call, the average price runs far away from the current price. It runs away from the current price. If you have been observing that, I've been trading and I've been observing that. You get it? So the same thing that will happen to you when you are trading futures. In futures, you better go into warehouse mode, because if the robot buys, even if you have 10 margin calls, if the robot buys them, it will not sell any. It will not sell any, but it will sell them all together. Therefore, the liquidation price will be running away from the current price and becoming stuck, and becoming stuck, and becoming stuck. Therefore, you being liquidated, it will not be easy. It will not be easy. You being liquidated, if you are under warehouse, it will not be easy. I think those ones who are trading futures, you have got my reasoning. Those ones who are trading spot, you get it, you understand, because I have reasoned the two. I have reasoned the two markets. I've reasoned the spot, and at the same time I have reasoned the futures. So if you are under warehouse, you being liquidated, it will not be easy. It will not be easy. It will not be easy. Okay. So now that we have understood that, I've talked about so many things. Then here I've talked about
I think we have basically lost the presenter. We have basically lost the presenter. But how many of you have learned something? I know usually, the learning is in the doing. I understand you not understand everything in one day, but it was a very good training. Just want to throw some simple lights when he invited me to talk about strategy modes. Strategy modes should not give anybody a headache. It should be just a simple understanding that the reason why we recommend the sub-bin mode real-time settlement, understand the leader's logic that whenever the robot sells the fifth margin call, the average price goes back to where it was, because each call is independent. But the goal is just understand the goal. If your goal is to get out of the trade faster, then the whole warehouse mode could be better. But if the market changes, then you'll agree with me that you get stuck for good. I don't know if you have traded for some time, you know that once the market changes, then you get stuck for good. I don't know if you understand what I mean. But the importance of the sub-bin mode real-time settlement basically is that from each call goes independently. So even when the market changes, you can still be able to profit before the robot sells the other four at once. Okay. Then I've heard about funding fee. Funding fee is done by Binance, basically because when you trade for more than 8 hours, you pay funding fee. So funding fee should not be a big deal. Okay. Yeah. So the other thing is that the most important thing with futures that I would say, please don't trade against the market trend. Is that clear? But the futures is very sweet. Can I share my screen again? The Bangwa. Please use the signals in the Telegram. I don't have groups to facilitate everyone. I only created one group. Those who had the chance to join it, well and good. If you failed, you use Telegram. Give me one in the chat if that is also clear. If you failed to join the first group, you missed out on WhatsApp. Okay? You missed out on WhatsApp. There is no way I will manage so many groups. So I decided that I'm not going to create other groups. So use Telegram. You have leaders, Saul and others who will be able to manage those different. So, many of you don't want to pay fees, but a funding fee is being paid in the exchange. So when you trade, I think for more than 8 hours on a coin and you are not going out, you are being charged the funding fee. But ladies and gentlemen, many of you complain of small things, but when you are making money, do you mind about paying fees? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Me, I usually don't focus on these small things because the funding fee is not only you, it is happening on everybody. Let me know in the chat. When you are making money, is paying fees a big deal? Let me know in the chat. Usually I see people who are everywhere. Yeah, hey, fuel fees match, fuel fee, funding fee. Oh, make money. Why when you make money? When you make money, when you are making money, paying funding fee, paying fuel fee should not be a very big deal. You just make money. They take off something small. Are they taking everything you are making? Usually I see these people, they over complain. Me, let me share with you. Because Bangwa is doing. Yeah. I'm a high risk taker, so never try this at home. Never try this. I'm a very good high risk taker. But question of the day, is it a profitable business? Question of the day, is it a profitable business? Question of the day, is it a profitable business? I want to end this call. Those who have not learned, please go back and watch the video again. The guy was straight. He taught how to use the signals. The signals are going to come on your Telegram. If you have not yet understood, it's not a big deal. Take your time. Watch the video and understand. We shall not stay here for a full day. If you have not yet understood, take your time. Take your time. I started with $200 yesterday. Me, I'm a very high risk taker. I started with $200 yesterday night. I've been able to make $1,204 in a single night. It's up to you how risk appetite you have. But if you have been attending our classes, I am using the same signals, but me, I'm a very high risk taker. So if you are not as radical as me, stay in your lane. Okay? Me, I'm a very high risk taker. If you are not as radical as me, stay in your lane. If you are like, I'm going to lose my money, I'm not sleeping, I'm losing the stomach, stay in your lane. Is my message home, ladies and gentlemen? I'm a very high risk taker. I take risks where they are not necessary. Okay? Like for example, I'm trading this coin. Let me show you. Where's my futures? It is here. You see how much invested? You see? So it means that I've invested $1,262. If you're not a high risk taker, don't take these risks. They are very deadly. They can even harm your heart. This is enough. $85. Where are you? This is enough. I'm done trading. Now I'm going for luxury. This is enough money. Thank you. That's enough. Deal closed. $1,340. Enough for the day. If you are joking with Bangwa, it is up to you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a life-changing opportunity. Take it very seriously. Watch the videos again. Me, I'm okay to pay fees everywhere. Me, I'm a very high risk taker. Please, never do it on your own. Me, I'm very high risk taker. Don't try it if you are not a high risk taker. But basically, it's not just being high risk taker. Someone is asking me, there is a coin doing well. Okay.
All right.
But before, it is doing well, but I'm just trying to monitor it just here in the 1 minute. But now I'm done. Me, I'm done. I've made enough money. The coin is still going. It is going to go to 90%. Even it's going to hit 100. But me, that's enough money. Let it go to heaven. Yeah, it's enough. I don't want to leave what I have made because you can, but it's still continuing. Still going to go up a little bit more, but me, that money is enough. So back to you, sir. I
All
wish you
right.
the best.
Thank you very much for the remark. You know, here in Africa, everything is possible. We have been experiencing some challenges within the internet. I believe so many people have seen that since yesterday. The internet has not been stable. But I believe we have learned something because I believe in understanding. I believe in people understanding what to do. Once you understand what to do, you can even be able to develop your own strategy for trading. The most simple thing, the most difficult thing that was disturbing a lot of people, it is to calculate the position quantity, changing the number of coins because we were not having the right way how to do it, how to change the number of coins, and people were taking a lot of time to change those position quantity of the number of coins. So I believe I have given you the right way to calculate the number of coins. Just understand your first buying amount, multiply the first buying amount with the average, then know how many dollars do you need to go with in the market. How many dollars do you need to go with in the market? How many dollars do you want to go with in the market? I was giving an example. As I'm winding up because we cannot understand all this in just one day. So I was giving an example here. I don't know if my screen is visible. If my screen is visible, give me one. I'm winding up. So I want to give you very simple things for you to understand. Yes, okay, thank you very much. So I was winding up and I was giving an example that if you have $200 on your futures account, you are going to use 20% of $200, which is 20 divided by 100 times 200 what dollars, and this is 0.2 times 200. This gives you $40. It will give you $40. So $40 will become your first buying amount. It will become your first buying amount. So having known that, put it in your mind that now I am going to use $40 as my first buying amount. Then come to your royal queue. Choose the average here. Choose average. Choose average. Average, according to the strategy, the Bangwa, we are using 10 times. But it is okay. You can use 5 times, you can use 2 times, as long as you know what to do. So choose the average here. If you have chosen a average of 10, it means that your first buying amount, which is $40, it is going to be multiplied 10 times, which is 40 times 10, and this gives us $400. It gives us $400. Now, it is the $400 that will go in the market. And these $400 are given in terms of coins. They are given in terms of coins. They are given in terms of coins. If I have $400 as my first buying amount, what are the number of coins am I supposed to put here? It is going to be, if 35 coins of Vicky cost $5, if 35 coins of Vicky cost $5, how much can $1? How much can $1 buy equivalent to these coins? It is going to be 35 divided by 5. Then here you are getting 7, meaning that $1 can buy 7 coins. It can buy 7 coins of Vicky. It can buy 7 coins of Vicky. What about the $400 that we have? Where does the $400 come from? It is 40, which is your first buying amount, times the average of 10. And here you are getting 400. So if $1 can buy 7 coins, what about $400? It is going to be $400 times 7, and here it gives us 2,800 coins of Vicky. It gives us 2,800 coins of Vicky. Therefore, come here and you put 2,800. You see, 2,800, you are getting $400. So this one all will be your first buying amount, meaning that if the robot is going to buy this coin of Vicky, it will use $400, but on this $400, we shall only have $40, and the $360 will be given to us by Binance. Will be given to us or will be billed to us by Binance. Now, if someone wants to continue, if you want to continue with the $40, if you want to continue with the $40 as your first buying amount, meaning that you will come in Binance here, you have $200, already $40 is removed, it has gone in the what? In the market. You have remained with now $160 untouched on Binance, which has not yet gone in the market. You get it? So if you want to continue with the $40 as your first buying amount, it is going to be 160 divided by 40. Divide it by 40. If you divide this by 40, you are getting the number of margin calls you are supposed to be trading with. So this is going to be 160 divided by 40, and here you will get four margin calls. If you want to put a half of if you want to put a half of $40, that means it is going to be 160 divided by 20, meaning that each time the robot will buy the margin call, it will be putting in $20. It will be putting in $20. So if you divide 160 divided by 20, it gives you 8 margin calls. Therefore, you come here. You come here on margin call limit, you put 8. You put here 8. That's when if I want the robot to put half of it, you put here 8. So after putting there 8, you come under margin configuration. When you come under margin configuration, how do you set this side of multiple buying ratio? How do you set it? It is going to be 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Let's do it. 0.5, then here 0.5, 0.5. That's when, if I want the robot to put in half of my money, half of the first buying amount, whenever it is buying the margin calls, I want it to put in half of the what? Half of the first buying amount. I'll put here 0.5, 0.5, which means that whenever the market increases by 1% here, the robot is buying 0.5 times, which is 0.5 times $40, which is our first buying amount. And here you are getting 20. And here you are getting 20. 0.5 times 40, here you get $20. 0.5 times 40, you get $20, $20, $20, $20. That's whenever the robot is buying margin calls, it is putting in 2020 margin calls, 2020 margin calls. So here, under the margin call, under the margin increase here, under the margin increase there, if you are trading using 8 margin calls, you can put here 0.625, then here 0.625, 0.625, 0.625, 0.625, 0.625. That is 5 divided by 8. You get drop divided by number of margin calls. Or another person can use another thing. Another thing. You can put here 0.5. You can put here 0.6. Then here 0.6. You can put here 0.65. Then you can put also here 0.65. You put here 0.7, and then you put here 0.65. You continue down. So if you add up all this total, should be giving you 5%, 5% drop. 5% drop. So you save that. I'm just winding up to show you how things are done. Then here buy in callback 0.1. I think leader Julius, next time I'll be giving people how to save the strategy. As long as they have understood this, then I'll be teaching them how you can save the strategy within the ROQ application. You can save all these things depending on your trading capital. You can save this can be saved, this can be saved, this can be saved, and these can be saved also. These ones here, the margin configuration is here. They can be saved depending on the trading capital that you have. All that you will be changing, it will be the average, then you change the position quantity, you set the trade. After that, you click save. You click save. You activate the trade. You activate the trade. Don't forget to go and check. Don't forget, I'm winding up. Don't forget, you go into your ROQ, list all of these coins down. List all of these coins down. After listing them down, look for it one by one. Look for it one by one. Come under futures, then change all of these coins from close to isolated. Change these coins from close to isolated. From close to isolated. All of them, in that, whenever you are given a signal, you don't need to come here in Binance to change the coin from close to isolated. It will be already changed. You just need to go to your ROQ and you continue with the process. Otherwise, I wish you the best. I wish you a very wonderful day. Thank you for being part of the training. We love you all. Thank you for representing the crypto ambassadors wherever you are. Thank you for carrying the flag. So this is a comeback in the business. I know most people had given up in the business because the market is really going down. Now, no more crying. No more crying. No more crying. You can make money even when the market is going down. Even when the market is going down. So those ones who have their robots expired, please call them. Call them back. Tell them we have found a way on how to make money even when the market is dropping. Come back, renew your robot. Call them right now. Those ones that had given up, those ones who wanted to quit, please tell them even when you have $50, even when you have $80, even when you have $100, you are going to be able to make money in the futures market. Otherwise, I wish you the best. We love you all. May the good Lord bless you. If I've done a very wonderful job, just a love heart is okay for me. A love heart. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel good. At least I have changed someone's life. A love heart is okay for me. Myra village can't be changed. Myra village can't be changed. Why? Go and put your coin in single asset mode in Binance, and you also put it in hedge mode. You put it in hedge mode. All right. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. A love heart. I am seeing so many love hearts. So many love hearts. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It can't be changed after buying. Yes, that is also okay. Someone is saying, thank you, Leader Chris. You are welcome. You are welcome. We love you too. All right. All right. You are our hero today. Thank you very much. If you have understood, hi coach, do they liquidate the margin cause money? No. If you are in close, but the reason as to why we are changing from close to isolated, it is that. So thank you very much. 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 You are good like a champagne. Yeah. No, you don't need to put in the second first buy-in amount. You don't need. You don't need to put in the second first buy-in amount. According to the strategy that I've given you, you just reduce. Remember, the multiple buy-in ratio is multiplied with your first buy-in amount. Is multiplied with your first buy-in amount. If your first buy-in amount is 20 and you want to reduce so that whenever the robot is buying margin call, it is putting in $10. That means under multiple buying ratio, you are going to put 0.5. So it is 0.5 times $20, which is your first buying amount, and then the robot keeps on putting in $10. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, best team in the world. Thank you very much, the crypto ambassadors. I'm not able to change isolated mode. You cannot change a coin which is already in the market. You guys, you are sent from heaven. Thank you very much. All right, have a very wonderful day as we are approaching. I'm going to another class. It is a physical class where I'm going to be teaching these things, people to understand them. So have a very wonderful day. So someone is saying, really, your gift was to be a teacher, and I'm a teacher. I'm teaching money. Have a wonderful day.